having a great day. It's Dr. Stacey and Dr. Stefanie from Adjusting the World Chiropractic. And today we're going to be talking about some things you can do to combat all the time that we're spending sitting because we're all working from home right now. So today we're going to talk about the research that shows you that sitting is the new smoking. So tons of research is coming out and suggesting that the more you sit, the more you have prolonged time that you're sitting each day, the more and the greater the risk of health concerns for you. So the newest research shows that if you're spending 8 hours a day sitting with minimal time of physical activity, you have the same increased risk of premature death as if you're a smoker or if you're obese. So these are things that we know are awful. We don't want to hear that, and we know it's inevitable. We have to sit down to do a lot of our jobs. So we're here to tell you, you don't have to quit your job. We're going to give you some things you can do every day to help strengthen that spine and nervous system and just make sure you're staying as healthy as you can while you're working from home and having to do a little extra sitting.
But first, we want you to understand a little bit about what's going on and why it is so rough on your spine. All right, guys, the typical posture of where people are sitting is a rounded spine, and that is one of the things that's so hard on the system. And so if you can see this spine right here, this is when we're in a standing position. But when we sit, no matter what, it really flexes the lower spine, okay? And all these nerves, you have to remember, are going to our digestive tract. And so that's a huge important part of our whole system when we're looking at our overall health. And so when we get all that motion in here, even when we sit up tall, just like this, it does allow us to put a little bit more of a curve in there, so proper posture still makes a difference, but it doesn't matter how long you're sitting, and in the best type of posture, you're still putting a lot of compression on those nerves that are going to our digestive tract. So a couple of things that we can do, especially because when we're in a seated position, you're very sedentary, very stagnant, our blood flow isn't good. One of the first things that we can do is add the wobble cushion. So we've got a wobble cushion here just to show you how this puts a little bit more motion into the system. It also forces you to have that better posture. But because of the added motion, it makes sure that you're taking a little bit of pressure off those nerves. So one of the awesome things with this is that you can be doing this sitting at a desk, but even when you're just sitting in a stagnant posture, because of the uneven surface, it makes your body move a little bit more so you're not sedentary. Works the core. We aren't asking you to quit your desk job. However, what kinds of things can we do to actually combat sitting? So we have 3 stretches and 3 exercises that are going to help your spine. Dr. Stacey is going to show you.
So the first one we're going to do is called the doorway stretch. If you're a patient in our office, you are very familiar with this. If you're new and just kind of tuning in today, this is going to be something new and amazing for you. So the doorway stretch, the form is really important, just like everything we're going to teach you. You want to bring your arms up into the doorway, so this forearm is going to be up against the door jamb to anchor you. You want to make sure that this portion of the arm stays parallel with the floor. That's going to help you protect your shoulder, which is also really important. So once you're in this position here with those arms in the correct position, you're going to take a step through. You can use either foot. I like balance, so I like to switch back and forth. You're going to let the weight of your chest pull you forward, and then you want to look up. So let that head really fall back. And you're gonna hold that position for 30 seconds. You can work your way up to 45 seconds, but you wanna take a break, then reset, and then do 3 of those. So really important that when you're doing it, you do let that head fall back, and you really let the weight of your chest come through the door. So again, you want it to really look like this position here. And it would be awesome at opening up that chest that tends to get tight as we sit slumped over our computers, okay? So this is, again, a chest opening stretch, and will really help you as we get into the strengthening things for our posture and our upper back. Next, we're gonna be stretching our hip flexors. We know as we sit, our hip flexors shorten and get really tight, which can cause that spine, especially that lower back, to flatten and create a lot of low back pain that we experience. So this is a really good stretch. You wanna do 3 sets of it. You're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. Important when you're setting this up, it should look like a lunge. You can lift that knee up, that's gonna feel like more of a workout. So go ahead and set that knee down here. You want this front leg, the knee to be directly over the ankle, and you don't want that to go in front of the toes. So once you're in this position, you're really just gonna lean forward and again, adjust that front ankle if you need to make sure that that knee is in a healthy position. You should feel the stretch coming up across the front of that hip. You wanna really lean into it here. Again, hold it for 30 seconds and then relax it. And you're gonna do 3, and then you're gonna switch to that other side. Again, it's gonna help just make sure that everything that tightens up while we're sitting and can cause back pain for us is gonna be loosened up in a much healthier way.
All right, the last one is our set of low back exercises. And so what we're gonna have Stacey do is go ahead and lay on your back, and you can actually do this in your bed. First thing in the morning is the best time to do it, just because our disc spaces are the biggest in the morning, so your stretch is gonna be deeper, but you can really do this any time of day. So you're gonna lay on your back. The first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna pull your knees into your chest. The big thing here is to make sure that your tailbone is actually up off of either the bed or the ground. You're just gonna hold this 10 or 15 seconds. The next thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your arms out. We wanna keep both shoulders anchored onto the bed or to the ground, and you're gonna bring your legs off to the side. So everybody's a little bit different with how tight their lower back is, but you wanna be able to get them to a point where they can just hang out there, okay? So 10 or 15 seconds just to open up that lower back. Sometimes you are gonna feel things pop and move around. It's okay, as long as that doesn't hurt you, okay? So you're gonna do this side, and then you're gonna go ahead and bring those legs all the way over to the opposite direction. Just really helps open up this muscle, specifically called the quadratus lumborum. Gets really tight with too much sitting, so really important to get that way, or get that stretched out. It's a hard muscle to stretch, so this is a great stretch for that. So coming back into the middle, the last piece we're gonna do is called the figure 4 stretch, and it's pure form stretch. And so the first thing I want you to see is what it looks like when it's done improperly, okay? So you can see when she's bringing her body up like this is not what we wanna do. We want the body to be really relaxed and chilled out. So the first thing you wanna start off doing is just bringing this knee up and then crossing this over. The goal here is perpendicular, okay? So we wanna see that this knee is out. A lot of people can't get there. If that's the case for you, this is where you stop, okay? You don't need to be pulling that knee in until you're able to get that fully out. But Stacey's gonna show you the advanced version of this stretch, and so we've got her out at that perpendicular place, and we'll go ahead and bring that up. And you're just gonna grab in here. If you can't do that, if you have to come up to grab the leg, you can utilize a towel. So let's just go ahead and show that. You can bring that through and just bring that muscle, open that up. The stretch you're gonna feel is on this side, and you wanna make sure that you do both sides equally. Just for a few added tips when we're sitting at our desk, we know that sitting is the new smoking, so we really wanna just add some more value to this video. And so number 1, guys, when you're sitting at your desk, make sure you're taking big, deep breaths. One of the biggest things that we do is we shorten our breath, especially when we're stressed, and you only breathe at the very top. So bringing that breath all the way down and making that big deep breath in and letting it all the way out brings oxygen into the system. You're gonna be more energized, you're gonna feel better at the end of the day, so that's super important. Another piece to make you get up is to go to the bathroom. So get some water next to your desk, add some lemon for some added detox effects, and make sure that you're getting up and having to pee as often as possible by cleansing yourself. And hydration is a huge piece that makes us so much healthier, and every cell in our body needs tons of water, so that's really important. And finally, set an alarm for every 30 minutes and do our desk stretches. They're a super easy 2-minute routine that doesn't take long at all. It's actually linked below, so check that out as well.
Alright guys, we hope you enjoyed this video, some stretches that can help you stay healthy and mobile during your day working from home. Don't forget to subscribe below and check out the PDFs that are attached that will give you some more step-by-step direction on these stretches, and we will see you guys soon. Have a great day.